The sun rose on Amora's life, not with the sudden burst of dawn, but with the steady, unbreakable promise of a new day. She had rebuilt her world, brick by brick, with the mortar of resilience. Her small catering business had grown into Grace Table, a place where laughter was served as generously as the food. Amora was no longer just a wife or a victim, she was a queen in her own kingdom. But elsewhere, under a roof built on shadows, the air was heavy. Chinedu sat in a silence that was not peaceful, but suffocating. The excitement of the new had faded, leaving only the cold reality of the stolen. Mere, the woman who had taken what was not hers, lived in constant fear of losing it. A thief, after all, knows better than anyone how easy it is to steal. She watched Chinedu with hawk eyes, her jealousy a fire that burned them both. "Where were you?" she would snap. "Who were you with?" The peace Chinedu had once taken for granted with Amora was now a distant memory, replaced by the chaotic storms he had invited in. Late at night, Chinedu would remember. He remembered the kindness that never asked for payment. He remembered the home that was a sanctuary. He remembered Amora, and the weight of his foolishness pressed on his chest like a storm. Then, life, which keeps its own ledger, called for a balance. Chinedu lost his job. The company downsized, and suddenly, the man who was the prize became a burden. He went home, hoping for the comfort he used to receive. But Mire looked at him not with sympathy, but with disdain. "How will we pay the bills?" she demanded. There was no we in her panic, only I. Meanwhile, Amora's grace overflowed. She was organizing a community feast. Her children, now grown and thriving, stood by her side, their laughter a melody of triumph. Fate, with its sense of irony, brought them together one last time. At a bustling market, Chinedu saw her. She was glowing, radiant in a way he hadn't seen in years. She looked like a woman who had healed. He approached her, shame slowing his steps. "Amora," he whispered. He wanted to say he was sorry. He wanted to say he made a mistake. But the words stuck in his throat, dry as dust. Amora looked at him. She didn't see a monster anymore. She just saw a man who had made a portrait. "I hope you are well, Chinedu," she said, her voice steady. Before he could answer, Miri appeared, gripping his arm possessively, her eyes darting between them. Amora simply nodded and turned away. She had nothing left to say to the past. As she walked away, Amora realized the test was never about holding on. It was about letting go. She had lost a husband, but she had found herself. And that was a victory no betrayal could ever take away. Karma is not always a storm. Sometimes, it is simply the peace you find while others are still looking for shelter. This was Amora's Havest.